create a little bit of magic ourselves. So sometimes people like to be a little more formal when it comes to Thanksgiving and the holidays. So I've set an example of a table setting that feels a little more elegant and formal for that occasion. So we were able to start with the inspiration of this beautiful garner to bow tablecloth that is such a beautiful tablecloth that you could use anytime, but is really, its coloring is perfect for Thanksgiving. So that set the stage for the rest of our table setting. And then we really have very simple things. We have our regular dinnerware, very simple botanical vases with a variety of different flowers in them, a lot of candles, and really quite elegant, but quite simple of a setting. I think one of the special things that we have, and I try to do every year at Thanksgiving, is give all my guests these little gratitude journals. And I think that this is just a lovely thing because we all know that the studies show that being grateful makes you happier. And then in addition, I've given everyone a little basket of chocolate because, of course, I know chocolate makes me happier and most other people as well. So in this table setting, we also did something very traditional, but yet our base color is a little bit different, but otherwise pretty traditional. We started with a cornucopia in the center, and it was one that we cobbled together ourselves and put a turkey on top. And we felt that this was sort of the symbol of Thanksgiving, since we all know that Thanksgiving is a time to celebrate the harvest and the blessings of the year. So we wanted to start with our cornucopia in the center and build around that. That was our starting point. So in addition, we've got these lovely Juliska dishes on a charger and little plaid flannel napkins. I think one of the key factors to consider when you look at this table setting is that we didn't start with a Thanksgiving tablecloth. So we started with a linen tablecloth that we can use all year round, but we built upon it with our other elements. So you don't always have to have something that's special and just for the occasion. It's a perfect way to show that you really can make do with what you have and build upon it. In addition to our place settings, we've got, again, very simple flowers. We've got orange tulips that just add a lot of color and focus to our table and coordinate so well with our natural pumpkins. So we used, again, our pumpkins as one of the central features in our table, and it really looks very natural, a little more earthy, and maybe a little closer to what that original Thanksgiving dinner actually looks like. So if you need an idea for a breakfast Thanksgiving table setting, I've got something that is very family friendly here. I have lots of grandchildren, and so I like to do things that are a bit playful and fun and happy. And so we started, our original inspiration was these funny little owls, these wicker owls, and then there's his little squirrel friend a little further down on the table. We've got all kinds of flowers popping out of his hair here, and it just gives us a very playful table to start with. And then accompanying our friends, our woodland friends here, of course we have a spattering of birds and squirrels all about the table with just little funny flowers, an assortment of funny flowers in them. And then for our place settings, we've just got very simple woven Target placemats that are super durable, super inexpensive. We got our regular Hudson Grace dinnerware, little checked napkins, but of course all the napkins have little fun woodland friends on them too. So we've got squirrels and we've got owls and we've got chestnuts as well, or acorns. And then to top everything off, instead of a regular ordinary cracker, we made our own with their own little chocolate cookie sticks that they like, wrapped in a ribbon in a leaf. And these are, of course, only to eat after we have breakfast. But it makes a fun, festive table topping and a spot of color and playfulness, and something that, of course, my grandchildren love. Cookies. Who doesn't love cookies? So many of you love a traditional Thanksgiving table. So we provided an example of just that. So in this instance, I've used another garner to bow tablecloth that I think is perfect for our setting. And it's actually got a little vinylized finish to it that makes it washable, and you can wipe it off when everyone spills their Thanksgiving feast all over it. So it's really a very practical as well as beautiful place to start your table setting. So on top of that, we've got wood chargers, and again, regular dinner plates, and then one little accent colorful plate from Hudson Grace that just makes things pop a little bit visually. In our center, of course, we started with one of the Nina Pinta or Santa Maria boats and filled it with nuts and different kinds of squash to just give us, again, a little sense of playfulness. We want to have fun with all of this. So this, although it's serious and traditional, you can't help but smile when you see all these funny little boats, again, filled with chocolate, and our funny little Laurie Mitchell characters, the Thanksgiving, performing all kinds of Thanksgiving antics about the table. So other than that, we've got tiny little vases filled with a daisy type, Cosmo, and bamboo silverware and napkins. So very understated table, but again, speaks Thanksgiving. I think one of the things that I feel is the most special about this table setting is what's inside our little goodie bags. And normally I have chocolate or goodies in here, but because I have them in the boats, what I have inside I think is even more special. And these are these lovely little books that are for each of my guests that say, "Why I'm grateful for you." And then there's all these little pages that talk about, for instance, "I'm grateful that you always make me feel blank even when blank." So there's just all kinds of lovely passages to fill in and let your dinner guests know how you feel about them. So I think this is just a lovely thing that will be cherished forever by each of your family members or your guests if you fill it in specifically from you. It'll make them smile, it'll make them, it'll be something that I think that they will say forever. And I also think this is a fantastic idea if you wanted to create your own book. So if I had had more time this year, I might have made my own with specific questions or answers that I felt would be appropriate to each person. And you could even put pictures. If you like bookbinding or bookmaking, you could make something really beautiful and really special with photos as well as these different thoughts about why this person is so special in your life. After all, this is the time that we want to talk about why we are grateful. And most of us are most grateful for our family and for our friends and for our loved ones. So I think this is just a wonderful place to start and very sentimental. And it's all about what the holidays all about. So for those of you that have fantastic weather like we do in Southern California, we could actually have Thanksgiving outside on the patio. So I've got a little outdoor setting set up to sort of give you a nice example of how that might work if you're barbecuing your turkey or you want to be outside. So again, I started with a lovely printed linen tablecloth that really was the inspiration for our entire setting. And then on top of that, we have Vietri dishes. We have these lovely botanical dishes from John Darien. So each very fragile, very delicate, but they look absolutely beautiful in this table setting. And then just to keep things very clean and simple and kind of California French, we've got our ceramic pumpkins, white pumpkins, and then we've got some pumpkin candles mixed in and some other little tiny candles. So this at night is kind of super fabulous. And we've got our lanterns up above with candles in our fireplace. So you can imagine this would be a very romantic kind of place to have Thanksgiving dinner.